Yap, 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 yap. How? Hello, how are we? Yapping is one of the activities of all time. It truly is. It truly is. You're bed rotting, you're yap rotting. Hell yeah. Yap, 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 yap. It's 20 to 11. I don't normally stream this late, but it's yap time. The doctor called, they said I prescribe a yap right now. What the fuck is that? Oh. What is that emote? I've not seen that emote before. You got an advert? I'm sorry. It was just about to play an advert on YouTube and I skipped it. I'm sorry that Twitch suffered. But you guys do get the cool points and sounds and stuff, which YouTube don't get. So you win some, you lose some. And Twitch gets better quality as well. Hi! Neurodivergent Orange British cat is here. Indeed they are. You got brain rot? Get well soon. It's your favourite Brit. I had a comment. I had a comment on my Dress to Impress live stream on the VOD. Someone said, it was something like, you used to be my favourite animator. Used to? Did I slay too hard in Dress to Impress? Did I not slay enough? Why was this the moment in which you declare to me that I am no longer your favourite animator? What did I do? Is our favourite animator? Yay! Except for that one guy who left that comment. I don't know who they are. But I'm not their favourite animator anymore. I used to be. Used to be. Finally free from the ads. Welcome back, Benna. So mean. I've had worse. Probably. A lot of things don't, like, none of it ever gets to me. I think that's the benefit of being on YouTube 10 years after the first wave of, like, YouTubers, you know? I don't take it personally. I don't think I do. Is there anything I've taken personally? I don't think there's anything I've taken particularly personally. And, like, if I, like, I'm here without makeup. I've literally just, like, gone, I'm gonna stream. I haven't prepared. I feel like if I took, like, comments about me personally, maybe, or, like, I was worried about it, maybe I'd be trying. But I'm not. This is me. This is me and, my imperfect face. The problem I have is that, people want to, like, I get baited a lot. People want to say I don't have ADHD or they want to, you know, spread some bollocks about how I'm making things up. I don't know. And I'm like rolling my sleeves up at that. I'm like, let me pull out a source. Where's your source for your shitty claim? I get baited into it, but I forget that the, what is it? I saw a tweet that really well explained it. The senseless won't be able to have sense talked into them, kind of thing. You like my hair? Thanks. I cut it. Is the background removal's not doing a very good job, but you can kind of see. I cut it about a month or two ago now. We're in the short hair life. I'm liking it. Eat my hair? Don't eat my hair. Aside from, like, the fact that I quite like my hair on my head, have you ever seen what happens when you eat a lot of hair? Maybe don't look it up, but basically it doesn't go through your body very well, and you might have to get the hair removed surgically. So I don't do that. That's one of the ways I used to. Oh, that's really evoked a random memory. I used to, like, suck on my hair. Like, I get a, like, when I was like 5. This isn't like 3 months ago. This is like when I was like a kid. I'd like get a strand of hair and I'd suck on it. And my aunt went, if you do that, then you're gonna get hair stuck in you, or something. Cut it out immediately. Scared me out of it. Congratulations. Success. Chat delay as hell. It's not too bad, I don't think. I mean, you can see the difference in when you send it in chat and when it pops up on the stream. I'm a boy and I love long hair. I've had both long hair and short hair. This is the shortest my hair's ever been. Sensory wise, I like it a lot more because before I had long hair. It was like, if you haven't seen me before then, it was like down to here or so. The problem is that it would piss me off and I'd end up having it tied up a lot because it would get in my face and in my way, and I wouldn't really get to enjoy it having my hair down unless I was sat still and streaming and therefore it wasn't bothering me, or I clipped it back. I'd never leave the house with my hair down without having done something to it, whereas now I can just it doesn't bother me. I don't know if that's because I am still riding the high of having a cool new haircut. In 6 months time I might be mad at my choice. You may try shorter hair soon. You only live once. If it's something you want to do, you should do it. And hair grows back. Isn't eating hair a disorder? Yeah, I mean, eating things that aren't meant to be eaten typically is not normal. Potentially in a disordered sense. I watched an episode of Grey's Anatomy yesterday. And a guy was eating all sorts of things. Change. They got a bag of money out of the man. The best way to save money is to go bald so you don't need to buy shampoo. I mean, yes. How much shampoo would someone be buying for that to be like a massive impact on their finances? Pardon me. It'll be like, have you seen that like image of someone's receipt and they're like, help, my family is starving, I need help managing my finances, and it's just like normal groceries and then it's like 500 limes or something, 500 mangoes. Help, my children are starving, I can't afford heating, how do I manage reduce my spending? The guy from the math problems, yeah! The guy from the math problems needs to go bald. He bought too much shampoo. You know what question they love putting in math exams? One's about, like, Jenny wants to make a huge fucking cake. She has this many eggs and this much flour and this much sugar. How many can she make based on this recipe? They love doing that. Yes. Yes, they love doing that indeed. 500 Fortnite gift cards. Why are you guys surprised about getting ads for a stream? Have you never been on a stream before? That's how streamers make money typically. I did skip the last YouTube ad for you though, so you're welcome. And also, not everyone gets an ad at the same time. It's also how ads work. So half of the people probably got an ad, and the others half that haven't. Saying that, I have had times where people have gone, "Can you trigger an ad? Make an ad happen?" Because you can manually make an ad happen, which I never do unless people ask me. And I've been like, "Yeah, all right," and I trigger an ad, and then people are like, "I didn't get an ad." So you read this equals me happy. Hi, Kakashi. $19 Fortnite card. YouTube is testing 10 ads. 5 to 10 ads. 5 to 10. What do you mean 5 to 10 ads? Good conditioner is so hard to find. Yeah. I think if you aren't already, use a conditioner and then once you're out of the shower, apply an additional product. You can get hair oils and serums. Like you put a little bit in your hands and you put it in like the length of your hair. Not enough to like make it greasy, just like a tiny bit. It might be good. Might be what you want. My hair, I since I cut my hair, I didn't want to apply any heat to it. I was like, oh, I've got like, this is like truly virgin hair. It's not been dyed, it's not been heat treated, it's virgin hair, because all of my lengths would have been the ones to have experienced heat. The problem is I didn't consider the fact that I was then going to spend a week in and out of salt water repeatedly, which, if you know anything about salt, kind of a drying thing. Saying that, I think it, my hair's alright. I think it took a bit of a beating with the salt, but, it's also kind of hard to condition it, because when I had long hair, you just sort of go like, here's my length. But with this, it's like, well, I've got layers, so I have to like grab this, and then it's like, well, I don't want to get it too close to my roots either, because then it will get greasy. I'm not in Gibraltar. Why do you think I'm in Gibraltar? Also, is it monkey? Is it? No, it's not Gibraltar where they have monkeys. Is it? Is it not Jersey? Where is it that they have monkeys? Gibraltar monkeys. Oh, they do have monkeys in Gibraltar. But Gibraltar's directly attached to Spain. Why aren't there monkeys in Spain? Or maybe there are monkeys in Spain, but people don't talk about it. Spanish monkeys. No, it just says... Oh, squirrel monkeys in Spain? Oh, it's just talking about... Why are there monkeys in Gibraltar? Who put them there? Maybe the monkeys dummy like Spain. Monkey Friday? They felt like going there. Why are there monkeys in Gibraltar? Those are like monkeys in places like monkeys out in the street. People never quite are prepared. Do you want to get your phone stolen by a frickin' monkey? No one is sure how they got to Gibraltar. However, the speculation has it they were brought either by the Arabs sometime after 711 CE or the British after 1704. We've got a 1,000-year gap between potential monkey drop-off. And why don't they leave Gibraltar? They could walk outside of Gibraltar into Spain. I'm not being stupid, am I? Gibraltar's attached to Spain. Gibraltar. Oh, this looks up YR Gibraltar. Gibraltar. Yeah, it's attached to Spain. But they don't want to leave Spain? They don't just fancy walking out? Oh, okay, so interestingly, it seems like the line of where Gibraltar and Spain meet is perfectly cut by Gibraltar Airport. So I suppose they would have a hard time getting past the airport. But that wouldn't have always been there in 1700 or whatever I just read. My background is in fact not real. This is in fact from The Sims. I made it in The Sims. Is it gonna... Oops. Ignore the mess in my room. Go back. Go back. There you go. Where's Barney? His current routine is not coming in until about midnight. He used to come in around now, earlier than now, and I'd catch him on stream quite a lot. But since the weather's been warmer, he hangs outside until about 11 o'clock or so, if not later. And then he comes in and he sleeps on my bed. So it's not super unlikely that he'll be on stream today, but I wouldn't bet on it. Time to watch this while playing on the Minecraft server. Everyone keeps asking where's Barney, but never how is Barney. It's true. How is Barney? I'll answer that question. I noticed today that he's not really chewing his food. He just sort of swallows it whole. Which I noticed because he was sick and he basically just like sicked up a log of cat biscuits. You didn't need to know that. But there you are. Welcome to an Ari Brainhurt stream. Hi, Laz. I tried going to that really cool ramen place you recommended, but it wasn't open. But my friend said it was really good, so we're going there next week. They're not open on Mondays. Was it because of that or because of Pride? I think they shut for Pride. What is Barney? Barney's a cat. And he is currently not in my room. Hello, Gabby the dude. Maybe his jaw hurts. He's kind of an old boy at this point. Like, I forget that he's an old boy. He's... Because he, like, to me, he looks and acts the same as he always has. But he's about 12 or so now, and he had a few teeth removed a few months ago. Because that's what happens when cats get old and animals get old. Also, like, even if you do brush your cat's teeth, if anyone wants to try and brush his teeth, you're welcome to give it a go, but you won't have fingers after. So maybe, I don't know, I hope he hasn't got any teeth pain. Hopefully he hasn't got any pain. Either way, he's still eating the food. He's not stopped eating food. Maybe if he was in a considerable amount of pain, he'd not be eating at all. Why are we so obsessed with Gibraltar today? Also, like, what's in Gibraltar anyway? It would feel a bit weird to go, like, people must go to Gibraltar on holiday. It just kind of feels like, I don't know, maybe that's where British people should go, because they probably speak a lot of English there. Oh, banger song. Who needs fingers anyway? It's a real question we need to ask ourselves sometimes. That's me with my RimWorld pawns when I play RimWorld, and it's like, yes, this person has no left, second or third finger because they got stuck in a trap. I'm like, I'm sure they'll be fine. I'm sure they can still shoot with their funny little guns. You need to give I need to give Gibraltar back to Spain? I don't think it's my problem. What is this? Oh. I was trying to figure out where that shadow was coming from. Oh. Ooh. Wasting an eye, walk it off. Literally me to my RimWorld pawns. I'm like, yes, you can be my sniper. What do you mean you haven't got a left eye? Yeah, that's fine, you just gotta like, that's how you shoot anyway, isn't it? It's Maxwell. Tuxedo. What are you on about? Playing instruments is going to be hard without fingers. Yeah, I mean, it depends on the instrument. Are there any one-handed instruments? Can anyone think of any one-handed? Singular maraca. Or those like little like ding 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 things. Like the little cymbals on a string. That's a one-handed instrument. The spoon, just one. Singular spoon. Triangle. Yeah, you can hold the triangle with your teeth and sort of like... Theremin, that's true. Is theremin... I thought you meant to do theremin two-handed. Maybe it's not two-handed. Harmonica? Oh, that's a good point. Oh yeah, because you can have the harmonicas that attach round your neck. Like the people who play all the different instruments do. Mayonnaise? Mayonnaise is in fact an instrument. Bell. Drummer with one hand that does the whole kit. That's awesome. Mayonnaise is a two-handed instrument. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Gotta cross that one off the list. A kazoo? That's also true. I've got a kazoo and I would get it out right now, except for the fact it's very loud and it's too late for that. It really wants to cancel my hair. It really wants to remove my hair from... Ugh. Ugh. Small piano. I don't know how... I don't think it matters how big the piano is. I think it still needs two hands. It is eating my hair. It's true. I would quite like to not have my headphones on, but then I can't hear the music or anything that's happening. Maybe I could like... Oh, you know, if I turn up my audio, it's gonna scare the shit out of me when I put my headphones back on. The thing is, I've also got like a fan running right now, so I can't hear. To be fair, my music's kind of quiet anyway. Okay, the thing is, like, I need to turn this down quickly before someone sends a noise through Twitch and scares the shit out of me. I jump anyway when people send a noise through Twitch. I'd absolutely shit my pants if it was turned up. Blast the music out the headphones. The music's on quite quiet for me, but I think the Twitch noises are full volume. Or like quite loud, so no one's gonna try and do it. I thought that was gonna make someone try and like play a Twitch noise. Headphone dent? Nah, no headphone dent. I've been playing so much RimWorld. It's probably not healthy, really. So much RimWorld. Oh my god, Raxty has 1.1 thousand people watching him right now. Normally he has 100 or 200. Where do all of those people come from? He's doing a flip. Oh, he's making a flip note. That would be why. I suppose. As a non-native speaker, and I rarely watch Brits on YouTube, I need to actively full focus on your voice to recognise words. I do speak kind of faster, Kaztan. I'm sorry about that. I remember it's your fault. I wasn't alive! I wasn't alive, Sergeant Anthrax. I don't know what the fuck the Spanish and the British did. I don't know and I don't care. Wasn't it? It's like, yeah. I was but a distant sperm in a man's ballsack in 200 years ago. I was a sperm of a sperm of a sperm of a sperm. I was not even an idea. I wasn't. That's not my fault. RimWorld is so good. I love RimWorld. It's very addictive. Celeste is awesome. I have not played Celeste. Laz has a Celeste wallpaper, and when he tabs out into it, people always go like, "Oh wow, is that Celeste?" And he goes, "Yeah, I love Celeste. It's the gay game." VTuber is very realistic. It looks very real. Thank you. Yes. For anyone who's not aware, this is my VTuber model. The red cat is actually me. Gift Gibraltar? It ain't mine! It ain't mine! I can't fucking do anything about Gibraltar. Do you think Gibraltar has any culture? Do you think Gibraltar has a signature dish? Because I bet it fucking doesn't. Gibraltar culture. I mean, it's just the British stealing other people's concepts again. Oh, the culture of Gibraltar reflects Gibraltarians' diverse origins. You mean Britain? Oh, while there are Spanish and British influences, a result of the territory's status as a British overseas territory and its proximity to Spain, the ethnic origins of most Gibraltars are a mix of Andalusian Spaniards. People of Andalusia, an autonomous community in southern Spain. Genoese, from Genoa. Maltese, was from Malta. Portuguese and British. Okay, so there is actually like a big combination of people. Okay, bear in mind, Gibraltar's not very big. It says the main religion is Christianity. There's a long-established Sephardic Jewish community, a number of Hindu Indians, and a Moroccan Muslim population. Where are they all hiding? Gibraltar has like 3 people living in it. Gibraltar population. 32,000 people in Gibraltar. What does that mean? That means I've got 5 times the amount of people living in Gibraltar as a subcount. As my subcount. Yeah, 5. A bit less than 5. YouTube chat isn't broken. I was just too busy reading about Gibraltar to read. I'm like a ghoul without the light mode. Yeah, when I open a light tab, it's that's my Gmail. Yeah. Tesco mentioned? Yeah, I flew in here on a Tesco bag. It was thrilling. You thought that Gibraltar was a cool looking mountain? Yeah, you know what, I believe it too. It's probably the same size as a cool looking mountain. Summer is in your walls. Gibraltar pool. flashbang. Oh, I was gonna do it again, but actually I don't want to accidentally flash and maybe cause an issue for anyone with photosensitivity. Oh, I'm so far away over here. Oh god, actually that's terrifying. That's terrible. I won't do that. Every Gibraltar person has 5 accounts that are sub to you. I think that's what that means, yeah. I think you're all from, you actually screamed. I think you all might be from Gibraltar. And I haven't got anything to prove otherwise, so you know how it is. It just do be like that. Why do Australians and Britons sound so similar? You know what? I don't know who founded Australia. Was it the Brits? I mean, it's a Commonwealth. So obviously they have Aboriginal people in Australia. Australia is, I mean, also, okay, yeah. It's referring, okay, this is referring, oh. No, sorry. Why is it referring to, okay, the continent of Australia? It's referring to the continent of Australia, and this is referring to Australia, the country. But it says, Australia is the oldest, flattest, and driest inhabited continent. What a combination of insults. You're dry. You're flat. You're old. Girl, me? Is that me? Dry and flat and old? That's what I feel like when I get Gen Alpha in my comments. Ancestors, Aboriginal Australians arrived from Southeast Asia 50,000 to 65,000 years ago. Blah 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 blah. Scrolling down a bit. And then who came and took it over? Like the arseholes that we are. British colonisation began in 1788. Oh, what a surprise. By mid-19th century, most of the continent had been explored by European settlers and 5 additional self-governing British colonies were established. There's a lot of words on this page, but yeah, it's the British again. Again! The British again! It's always our fault. By our, I mean not me. Again. I didn't do any of it. It's a server farm running the script that makes Google accounts and subs them to you in Gibraltar. Okay, I'm actually now really curious. I wonder if I can see how many people I have subscribed to me from Gibraltar. Let's have a look. I might be able to find that out. That might be a statistic I can locate. Audience. Lifetime. Subscribers. Can I see... Subscription source. No, I don't want that. Geography. Views by geography. I mean, this is my... Is it not going to show Gibraltar as a separate thing? See, the reason I thought it would show my Gibraltar as a separate thing... Oh, I have to export... No, I have to export it to see everything. Can I see it? Okay, this is as views. I can export it. I need to export it to actually see. It says it's going to open it in a Google Sheet, and then it didn't. Oh, it's because I didn't allow pop-ups. Okay. Oh, okay. It has everything as a 2-letter code. Gibraltar 2-letter code. GI. It's not there. I don't understand why it's not there, because when I looked at this before, it had, like, the Isle of Man and shit. So, like, if it has the Isle of Man, then why doesn't it have Gibraltar? Either way, my top views are the US and my least views are whatever LA is. LA. Laos People's Democratic Republic, also referred to as Laos. Is that how you pronounce it? Laos with an S? I always said like Lao, but like I don't know if that's how you're meant to pronounce it. Followed by GY. What's GY? GY. List of country codes. GY. Guyana. Wait, if Gibraltar's not on here, does that mean I don't actually have any viewers from Gibraltar? Maybe I don't. Maybe no one from Gibraltar watches me. Can one of you go to Gibraltar and watch me? For my analytics? Isn't half of Gibraltar a military base? When I looked at it on Google Maps, it looked like half of it was the airport. But somehow they've squeezed 32,000 people into Gibraltar. So I don't know. I need to look at it again now. Gibraltar is actually like really quite close to Africa if you think about it. Like if you could, I wonder how long it would take you to swim from Gibraltar to what's that at the top? Morocco? Yeah, Morocco. Please come to Gibraltar. You say that as if you're already there. We know you're not in Gibraltar, Andrew. Gibraltar's so small. I mean, like, a load of it seems to... I mean, how are they even fit 32,000 people here? I'm a bit confused, frankly. Also, my Firefox is glitched out, and like, I have a permanent preview of my, of all my tabs. They have a Morrison's? Oh, it's so British. That's disgusting. That is truly disgusting. What else is here? Wembley Bar. Beer Garden. Edinburgh thing. Royal Naval Hospital. I just sneezed. There's a University of Gibraltar. That's me. There's a University of Gibraltar. Who goes to the University of Gibraltar? Some people gotta. Okay, I opened up the page for the University of Gibraltar and there's a woman taking a selfie with a monkey. That is exactly what I know about Gibraltar. There's monkeys there. That's how we started this, like, part of this conversation. Meet our students. Do you think there's only like 4 of them? That's why you can meet them. What could you study at the University of Gibraltar? Should I go to the University of Gibraltar? Do they follow Spanish or UK measures? Oh, they only have like they really don't have very many degrees. You can there's 4 undergraduate degrees. Entry profile. Can I get in? Typically, all applicants should have BCC at A-level. I don't have that. My A-levels are not that good. So like they've got standards given that they only have 4 courses. Again, they might even have just like 3 people who attend. Oh yeah, they're charging the UK fees. It's $9 grand a year. What degrees do they have? They have a Bachelor's of Science in Mental Health Nursing, a Bachelor of Business Administration with honours. I'll say the other one. All of them have honours. My bad. Computing and Entrepreneurship, Maritime Science with Cadetship Program, and Adult Nursing. They have postgraduate courses as well. They have 9 postgrad courses, which are sort of similar. They have like some watery ones. Sustainable Maritime Operations, Master in Marine Science and Climate Change, Masters in Environmental Science and Climate Change, MA in Leadership and Management, Business Administration, Gaming? Wait, there's a specific gaming one? At the University of Gibraltar. Why? That's so funny. Contemporary healthcare, education. Oh, you can become a teacher here. Masters in education. It seems like they have a PhD course, but it doesn't specify what it is for. Yeah, what a peculiar, what a random thing. They just have like, it's business, nursing, marine stuff, and then there's a Master of Business Administration Gaming. I don't know if I'd want to go there. I don't think I'd trust them to know anything about gaming. I don't think I'd trust them to actually know anything about gaming. What's the entry profile? Oh yeah, is a postgrad, isn't it? Cracky, you gotta pay so much to do it as well. Boo-doo. Boo-doo. Anyone want to coup Gibraltar? Tried it alone, but now I'm wanted in United Nations countries. Uh-oh. Should we do an Owie Brain Hats meetup in Gibraltar? I've got some friends who live in Jersey, and I just assume that everyone in Jersey knows each other. I feel like Gibraltar could be similar, but they are kind of attached to Spain, so they've got a bit more wiggle room to go places without being stuck on a tiny little island. The Church of Our Lady of Sorrows exists in... I wonder what the best place to eat is in Gibraltar. They have cable cars. Sign me up. I've never been on a cable car and I really want to go on a cable car. It's heavy rain. Apparently it's gonna rain tomorrow, or at least that's what Alex told me. Top country for gaming? If we all go there, it would be. In fact, if we all went there, I don't think they'd be able to house us all. Do you think they have... Okay, there's 68 plus 12. 70. There's 80 people watching right now. Do you think across the entirety of Gibraltar right now, do you think there are 80 hotel rooms? Because I don't know if I do. Maybe there is. I don't know. I mean, there's probably 80... There's places for 80 people to stay. But, like... Right now? Do you think they're taken? Probably exactly 79. Okay, who's bunking together? Because you know what? It ain't me. I'm getting my own room. You guys can watch each other sleep, all creepy and breathing down each other's neck. Two of you. Okay, 3 of you now. There's another person. You gotta share a room. Oh, I want to go on a cable car though. Do you think there's enough cable cars for us all to get on the cable car machine? Because I don't. People can camp? That's true. I mean, it depends what the legality of camping is. You can't necessarily wild camp everywhere. They get the Spanish police on us, and the Spanish...
For legal reasons, that's a joke. For legal reasons, that's a joke.
Spanish police are scarier than UK police, assuming that they have, like, more Spanish police style than UK. Like, oh, I want to show you guys, actually. Oh, I don't like doing a display capture. Ah, it's the wrong screen. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. But it is easy. Okay. I'm looking at the cable cars in Gibraltar. Okay, there's nowhere I can put it. Hello! I was like, yeah, there's a cable car. And then, like, the third the first picture. The third picture of the cable cars is just a fucking monkey. It's a very surreal place. It doesn't look like Spain or the UK or anywhere. Gibraltar is really quite its own place. Guys, this is us, actually. I think this might be a photo of us. Oh, that's a photo. That's a... Yeah. Yeah, this is us. Look at them. Who's the small one? Anyone want to claim being the small monkey? That one is sitting all sussy. That one has no legs! No legs for that monkey. These ones look like they shouldn't be there. Oh, he's so fluffy. He's so fluffy. Oh, that one's mad. Oh, that one's happy. We trust the monkey more than anyone? Don't! You shouldn't trust the monkeys. They will steal your things. There must be a picture here somewhere where there's a sign saying, don't trust the fucking monkeys. They must have a sign. A picture of a sign. Oh, there's a video. See, yeah, don't trust them. Look at them. They can scale buildings. I know they're literally monkeys. That one's chilling out. I trust that one, actually. Just that one. I want to see a sign. Okay, yeah, look, there's a sign there. Clearly that's it's gonna bite you. I don't know what that picture is. I imagine it's gonna rob you, is what that says. They steal alcohol sometimes? Oh my god, he's so wide. Why is he so wide? Do not feed the monkey? Oh. That one. Monkey, no! You have so much to live for, monkey! What's another video? God, they're everywhere. Oh, I want to go on a cable car, man! I've never been on a cable car. Okay, these ones are sus as hell. Oh! He's just looking at his feet. It's so real. Cool. Yeah, this is a weird place. To be fair, I haven't really been to mainland Spain before, but to me, this doesn't really feel Spanish. It doesn't feel very Spanish. Someone discovered sepia. Cable car, Gibraltar. Monkey sign! Oh, look, this could be us, guys. Oh, wait. I'm a bit concerned about how they're sitting, actually. If it's sexual, it's not us. Fuck. Again, these are meant to be pictures of the cable car. Oh my god. Some sort of fruit salad explosion there. I am way too invested in... That could be Brighton for all I know. Except for I know it's not Brighton, but... It's so interesting. This feels British. And then, like, but you don't get the big pharmacy signs in England. You don't get those. Is anyone here, like, in Europe and, like... Is it a common thing across Europe to have the massive pharmacy signs outside of pharmacies? Or is that just in, like, tourist areas in Spanish countries? Because here, pharmacy, there's no glowing sign being like, here it is! But then again, that's because everyone in England assumes you speak English. Whereas in other countries, the English are there and then they don't speak the native language. Looking forward to the Owie Monkey Gibraltar hangout. Hotel in Gibraltar. Oh, can I put 80 guests on the list? No, I can't. I can put a max of 6. I can put 6 guests for Gibraltar. I want to put more. What about an Airbnb? If I go to an Airbnb, what's the maximum amount of people you can put on an Airbnb? I feel like this music is very fitting for the theme. This is tomfoolery. Oh. Okay, I can put 16 plus adults on Airbnb. Gibraltar. Check in. I don't care. Give me any time, whatever. Actually, yeah, next month. Sure, let's go to Gibraltar next month. No exact matches. There's nowhere in Gibraltar that houses 16 guests in one building. Like, I mean, a hotel would, but never on Airbnb. Damn. What about 15? No. Maybe like 12? No. 10? 1. Ah! Oh, you can rent a boat. You can rent a boat. 10 guests. Do you think we'd all fit on the boat? Oh my god, that image. Do you think 80 people could fit here? Some of you would have to sleep like in the bath and on the floor. Yo! I think if we all curled up really tight, or like some people just sort of floated in the sea. Can I give a hint of my next vid? I'm currently working on a video about, how do I explain it? Trying to not let things stop you from doing what you want to do. Look at my sub count. It's like mirrored. 145, 145. Like, not letting the fear of being cringe stop you from doing what you want to do, or doing things even if you don't know how to, because who says you can't? And you shouldn't let anyone tell you that you can't. Do I brave the cave or do I go strip mining? Braving the cave is likely to be more profitable. Yeah, we're going to Gibraltar for some reason. Awi Brain has meetup in Gibraltar. Hashtag AwiBraltar. I feel like that could be... That means nothing. It's fine. I'm going to turn my lights up. My lights are turning off because it's late. Because it's 11:30. Whee! More lights. October 4th is a Gibraltar stream. Can you sleep on the roof? Yeah, probably. The queue, yeah, the toilet queue on the boat. Do you think people just start hanging off their bums off the edge of the boat? There's shit into the sea, or is this not the same? You know, do the people of Gibraltar have respect and culture? But then again, it's like Britain, so no. I answered that immediately. This stream is cringe, and you should stop what you're doing. Because what you're doing... Oh, you should stop because what you're doing is in no way harmful and brings you joy, but public opinion is more important, and for that reason, I am leaving to get snacks. I might return. Hi, Maya. Hello. Where's Barney? Out. Skedaddling around. He might come in, because it's getting late now. He doesn't tend to come in until late. He's sort of, he's mostly like in my room like 5 out of 7 nights a week. He's with me when I go to bed, which is quite sweet. There's a little routine that's developed. He was being very sweet last night. I have photos, but I don't know how terrible I look in them. Yeah, I look like I've been run over. And he's like there dead next to me. But like, he was like right up close to me last night. That was... The Void said no cat photo for you. And this was him sitting on my pillow next to me as well. Very sweet boy. And then this morning he was on me as well, on my lap. God, he looks so miffed. I was taking a cute photo to send to Alex. But like... Why does he look so mad? He's so mad. Grumpy. Saying that, I did then go on to take the most unattractive photos I could of him. Void said no. So, this is what being a cat owner is like, though. You just both get each other. You got each other. You annoy each other. Have I got any other cool photos to show you? I went to London recently. I went to the Eras tour. I put pictures on my private Instagram account. I don't really have anything from that to show other than what I put on Instagram already, though. I looked cute, though. I'll have to show you a cute photo. Look, I was looking cute. I had a cute outfit. Hold on. Do I have an outfit fit? Outfit pick? Fit pick? There's me trying to, like, pose. Oh, God. I was, like, moving while my mum was taking photos. Oh my god, that's creepy. I'm floating. It was fun. I went to Whole Foods for the first time. Which I don't. Is Whole Foods like across the US, or is it just Hollywood? Not Hollywood, California / LA. Because to me it felt like my impression of Whole Foods was that it was like a very LA thing. Like you hear YouTubers and celebrities being seen or going to Whole Foods. I just got some kale from Whole Foods. My mum and I went to the V&A to have a look at the Taylor Swift exhibit, and then I was like, oh, there's a Whole Foods 20-minute walk away, can we go? And yeah, as I said, my impression was that it was very LA, and my fucking god, a plastic box pot, cut up fruit, £15 for pre-cut fruit. What are they doing to the fruit? What are they doing to it to make it £15? £15 fruit. Aside from that, which is a bit terrible, there was you can't tell if I'm a girl or not with that moustache. The lighting is quite unfortunate. It's not hair, it's like face coloration, color, you know. Anyway, it's just acne. Are you trying to like insult me? Because I'm just taking it very literally. Yeah, this is what I look like. Welcome to my face. There's a mustache, that's what I'm saying. This is my face. Can you believe I started my stream being like, yeah, I just turn up, I don't put makeup on, and then this guy comes in. Have you got a mustache or is it just acne? Okay. Draw the oh, that's a good idea. Should I draw a mustache? But yeah, I was in Whole Foods and I had a good look around and I had a fantastic time. And there was vitamins. There was like 2 aisles of vitamins, which is a lot. And there was like bioavailable vitamins or whatever, like whatever you call them, and they were like £75 for a pack of 30. They were refrigerated vitamins, fancy stuff. And I saw a woman in there who had a trolley. Like she was going to be buying her weekly shopping there. What kind of moustache am I going for? Like a little, I'm thinking like a little one, like a tasteful little one. You see what I'm going for? Like a little... See, I think that's very tasteful. Very demure, very mindful. But then should it be closer together? What do we think? I just like twiddle it a bit. Add a swell at the end. Just like a little one. It's a bit bunky now. Pass the baguettes. God, I was thinking yesterday about how much I love bread and butter. I've had some good bread and butter. This is what facial hair looks like. I hate the sandwich bread with sugar in it. What do you mean? Like brioche? Sandwich bread with sugar in it, it tastes so bad with... What does that mean? Brother, Al Branhurt in The Sim 2. That's me as hell. Those Canaan days we used to know, where have they gone? Where did they go? Evian, raise your berries to those Canaan days. The goatee is crazy. Now I have a mustache. Money sign X. Give Owie a cig. Oh. I don't have anything I can fake a cigarette with. Oh, chocolate brioche is good. Oh, I love pastries. Pastries are so good. Mmm, sweet pastries. I love being at a breakfast buffet and having pastry access. That came off way too easy. That's just tissue I'm using. So either my face is greasy or the pencil is cheap. And I know the pencil is cheap, but the former isn't impossible either. Oh, now I'm gonna have a moustache because I've just rubbed my face hard. Holy moly, it's Owie. Hi, Pixel. DM44, what do you mean putting balls in a microwave? Do you really want to know? Do you want to, like, engage with that? Do you really want the answers? Is that what you're looking for? Oh, man. Yeah, maybe that was a bad idea. Damn. Now I do have a mustache. Maybe I should put some, if I put some moisturizer on... Oh, I've got some hair. That will hopefully, like, lift up the excess, makeup. Ah. Damn, it's now I just keep on staring at my face. I think, I don't know if this light is making things better or worse, really. It really is doing like a... Ah, I made it worse because I rubbed it out. I should have kept it on. Should have kept it on. I get you to Spanish. No! Stop me! Stop me! I didn't do anything to Gibraltar or Spain. I just sit here and look like I have a moustache, apparently. Wait, they aren't just the cat. You gotta pay up. You gotta pay me for that comment. You gotta pay up. Because every time someone says that, I should be paid. Because then I'd be rich. Pay me. Pay me. Also, like, if you say, have you played Rainworld? Have you ever heard of Rainworld? Pay me. Pay me. Pay me. Pay me. Rubbing it out on stream is allowed within YouTube's guidelines. Damn. Your hair is the mustache. Oh. Cute. Am I a furry? I am not a furry. I am not a furry. Amori? People, I get told to play Amori, I have people tell me to not play Amori. Hearing Owie's voice with a human instead of a pixelated cat is throwing you off. I'm sorry. This is my VTuber model. I'm actually a cat. This is my VTuber model. Aren't you excited for the Fred and annoying Irene? What are you on about? Any other frequently asked questions we're missing? Ooh. What software do I use? I get asked that a lot. I think those are my main questions, really. Become a furry, double down on the brand. Smart business move, you know? Where's Luigi? I don't know. I imagine he's on my radiator, behind the curtain. That's funny, you saw me looking around and like I looked at my real room, but to me, like, obviously he's not behind the radiator here. on the radio to hear. You can't see him. Opinion on Indian cuisine. I love a bit of Indian cuisine. I love Indian inspired or Indian straight up Indian street food. I mean, I've only ever had it in the UK, and like the authenticity of what I had is maybe to be doubted in some areas, but I love spiced potato things. And oh yeah, Vada Pav, I think it's called. It's like bread with this like potato ball in it, and there's these like spicy crumblies and some spicy sauce in it. That's so good. And it's not something I thought I would like, but I did like it. And I've had, oh goodness, I can't remember what it was, but there's an Indian street food chain here in the UK called Chaiwala. Let's have a look. How many are there? Chaiwala. I think they have a lot of locations. But their stuff is really nice, and it's really quite cheap as well. Yeah, so there's this Indian street food chain. Oh, it says Desi. I don't know if that means a specific type of part of India or something. I'm not actually very familiar. Eat Welsh cakes. What is it that I eat? I need to tell you guys. So where are they? I get this little like lamb curry thing, and it's so good. Oh, I'm having a craving for Stardew Valley now I've heard Stardew Valley music. I better not have taken my favorite thing off the menu. I'll go crazy. It's on the sides? No. Either way, there's plenty of Indian street foodie stuff I really like. That's like my favourite type of way to eat Indian food, I think. Saying that, I feel like I haven't had very much authentic Indian food. But yeah, I have, it's like a lamb keema. Oh, they do a lamb keema bowl. Oh, it has like chickpeas and stuff in it though. Anyway, getting distracted. Stardew, my beloved. So true. What are my thoughts on spicy food from a philosophical viewpoint? Like, what are my thoughts on the fact that people inflict pain upon themselves voluntarily? Because, like, I do that. I love spicy food. Not when it's super spicy, but I like spicy food. Like, my level of spice tolerance is, it annoys me that this, you know, like the Buldak ramen, or like the Buldak noodles? It annoys me that they're as hot as they are because they taste really nice, but they hurt and I can't finish them. They hurt. But I like them. I don't know what's a good like marker of like spice level I tolerate. Stardew Valley stream. I streamed it a bit when the update came out, but people didn't seem to really enjoy it. People sort of don't really like it when I play games and stuff on stream very much. I mean, I still do it because I stream what I want to stream. If people turn up or not, that's separate. But I feel bad repeatedly doing a game that people don't want to watch because it's like, oh, people don't want to hang out with me. Thoughts on Japanese curry? The Japanese curry that I've made, I've used like the golden curry cube things. I've liked that. I like and again there's a Japanese food chain here called Kokoro, and they do a really nice what's it called? Katsu curry. That's really nice. I like the mildness of Japanese curry. That's nice. I want to see Aoi cat game on stream. I don't know what I'd make if I made a game, an Aoi game. If I had a good idea, maybe I'd do it, but I don't have a good idea. You'd watch someone fish on Stardew for hours. Did you play stream? Didn't get a notification of play stream. What? Huh? There's a tonkotsu ramen on the ceiling? Where? I fucking love tonkotsu ramen. Spicy tonkotsu ramen, mind you. I mean, I'm sure I'd like a normal one as well. But if it isn't spicy, then I don't know. Do I really want it? For a second I thought it was Sunday then. I had a brief moment where I thought it was Sunday. I'm still awake and it's 1 AM. Good evening, Bennywood. Are we VTuber when? This is the VTuber. Go to bed? It's 11:45. It's not. It's Friday night. There's no cat. I was hoping the cat would show up. Glasses do the laundry at time. What? Do I like jacket potatoes? Honestly, I don't. My opinions on potatoes vary depending on their surface area to volume ratio. And can you believe I wasn't diagnosed with autism until I was in my 20s? But like I like crisps and I like chips and I like thin sliced potatoes that are crispy. I don't like I don't like roast potatoes when they're too big. I don't like jacket potatoes. I don't like mashed potatoes. I don't like boiled potatoes. It's a textural thing. If there's enough crisp to it, it's fine. If it's too mush, I ain't fucking with it. If it's too solid without any crisp, don't like it. It's got to have a bit of crisp to it. Otherwise, I don't like it. Mashed potatoes are disgusting. Yeah, I don't like them either. You know what I don't like as well? Coleslaw. I am beating the white person allegations today. I don't like coleslaw. I don't like mayo. People get upset about that. I don't like cheese a whole lot. I like a bit of mozzarella melted. I like a bit of melted cheese, but not too much. And I wouldn't like eat mozzarella sticks or halloumi or anything like that. Hearing you don't like potatoes to a partly Polish person is heart-shattering. I mean, those potatoes I do like. It's just I wouldn't eat boiled potatoes or like. Oh, I would eat crisps and I'd eat chips and I'd eat like small sliced fried potatoes. But they gotta be small and fried. I'm sorry. Quiche? Yeah, I don't fuck with quiche. I don't fuck with egg. I wish I liked egg because life would be easier. In the same way I wish I'd like mushrooms, because Russian mushrooms are so good for you and so versatile. It's so easy and good to put into meals. Same with beans. I don't really like beans very much. I'd eat beans compared to... What did I just list before that? I wouldn't so happily eat mushrooms. I'd eat beans but be a bit unhappy about it. I wouldn't really eat mushrooms. What did I say before that? Egg. I wouldn't eat egg. But I'd eat beans, I just wouldn't be happy about it. I like roasties. Why did it held back you saying roasties for misogyny? What does that mean in a misogynistic way? I like roast potatoes, but they gotta be small enough that they have enough crisp to them, you know? They gotta be cooked well made. I don't fuck with fruit and vegetables other than potato and pea. Interesting. See, I quite like... I'm alright with fruits and vegetables. I've got better with some over time and I've got worse with others because I've become increasingly aware of bugs in food and that has upset me and put me off food. I feel like I can't eat berries in peace because I found bugs in berries before and it's upset me. But like, I like a lot of fruit. I don't like melon. I like the flavour of watermelon. I don't like eating it though. I'll blend it into a drink, but I wouldn't eat watermelon on its own. And other melons are just a bit weird. But I eat most fruits. I'll eat apple and pear. A lot of people don't like pears, and I was in a supermarket yesterday and I was thinking about it and I was looking at the pears and I was like, maybe people just don't eat the right pears because there's conference pears and then there's the other pears, and like I feel like conference pears are nicer in my heart. Roast potato with rosemary. Oh, I love rosemary. How many ableist comments have I seen? Most of my ableist comments are things like suggesting that I don't have the problems I have. And it pisses me off because it is like they've assumed... Like, like, what you see, what I give people to consume and analyze about me is not the whole picture. There is... You like... How dare people come along and try and suggest that I am or am not SWAT? I'm happy for people to gently be like, have you considered the fact that you have this? But like, I don't like it when people go, have you considered that you don't have this? That you're not autistic, that you don't have ADHD. It's like, why am I going to believe the random internet stranger over the qualified doctor that diagnosed me? Also, you don't know anything about me, you know? I saw maggots in a blackberry once, extra protein, yum. That's what I'm saying. I mean, people go two ways with fruit, right? And bugs and fruit. Some people are like, nope. Other people are like, I don't care, they taste nice. But I saw someone say that if a bug is in a fruit, then it essentially is the fruit, because it would have been eating the fruit. If it was born in the fruit, whatever, it is like 90% fruit, because yeah, they eat it. I don't know. Munching and crunching on some bugs and beetles. I don't want to do it again. I've eaten bugs by accident. Yeah, I mean, I want to make a video at some point, seeing, this feels like it's an album. Idiots on the internet think they know everything about a YouTuber after they watch one video. I want to make a video analysing the lack of critical thinking that people seem to have on the internet, but I can't find a way to do it. I can't think of how to make it flow and be interesting and all of that, you know? I don't know how to make it interesting. Because I could yap about it for so much, but I feel like I would be able to make it engaged. Make it engaging. A video like that titled You Don't Know Me, that's fun. That is fun. But yeah, like, there's so many things I could talk about in a video about critical thinking. Like this, like, where do you start and when do you end? Play the ukulele? I will get a ukulele and I will play it. But like, one of the things that really bothers me, but I feel like I can't talk about it because people would immediately, like, if I made it too big of a focus on the video, people would click off of it. Which is my point. My point is that this shouldn't be something people click off about. Is Taylor Swift. I think Taylor Swift is a really interesting topic of conversation within the media and people online and critical thinking. I think people hate her first and they find a reason second. And I think there are decent reasons to criticize her, but people won't research things before they spread a rhetoric that is not true. I think she's a really good example of showing how people don't research things and they say what they've read and it starts a spiral of lies. And like, if that happens to her, it could happen to anyone. And it pisses me off. And I wondered, like, could that happen to me? Could I make a mistake once, but then it gets extrapolated completely out of hand? TikToker Madeline Argy, she made a TikTok in which she said something about, I think it was called sundown towns, and she said she wanted to live in a sundown town or something. Turned out that the sundown town was a part of American history, something racial. I don't actually know what it means, but she got shredded for this TikTok because she removed it or whatever. And that happened like a year or two ago. I still see people calling her a racist because she said about sundown towns. Now, I had the same education she had, and I can tell you, we don't learn about that in school. American history is not something we know. And so she used this terminology, clearly thinking it was something else. She must have heard it somewhere and assumed it was like a nice sunsetty town or something. Said it, and now people are painting her as a racist, even though she clearly isn't one. So, like, obviously she's huge. She's got like millions of TikTok followers, but who says that wouldn't happen to me? What happens if I say something not knowing what it meant, genuinely not knowing what it means, but then people like spiral and tell people that I was racist or something, which is, I hope, would never happen, but this could happen to anyone. I was talking about people not using critical thinking, keyboard smash. Yeah. What do you learn in UK education? A lot of the UK history, like a lot of British education covers like the very biased side of UK history, like us winning world wars and things like that. They don't give you the whole picture, and it bothers me. I never knew, like for example, you know, they tell you how Hitler came to have his position in Germany and stuff, but they don't tell you about like how many people protested the idea of what Hitler was doing. They don't tell you about that, and it's clear they don't tell you about that because people still are treat German people as if they're Nazis, even though that isn't the case. Just because you're German doesn't mean you're a Nazi. Obviously, critical thinking. But like why can't people think? Why can't people separate these things? You know? It's I don't know. Last 1 minute on the dryer has taken 4 minutes. Ours does that. Our washing machine does that. It goes, oh, there's 1 minute left, and then you're still there 10 minutes later. It's like, can I have my fucking washing? I love the Tudors. So interesting with colonization. So yeah, as in, I remember learning about the Tudors in primary school, but it was mostly just about the existence of Henry VIII and his wives. UK education history kind of boring and wrong. No offense. Yeah, I thought history was so dry. I thought UK, like, learning about history school was so dry. I wish they touched on other parts and gave you the full picture as well. Opinions on Pinkerton, the Hit Weezer album? Can't lie, haven't listened to it. I have not personally doomed Spain to an eternal everlasting decline. In fact, Spain's doing pretty good. Have you seen like the law changes in Spain in the last year or two? They added like menstrual leave and better abortion access and better trans rights and stuff like that. Spain's on the up. Spain's winning. Did I take history GCSE? No, that was like I avoided that like the plague. I did not want to take it because it was, my school was really bad at it as well. Like every teacher I had was dry as hell. They encourage you to take at least one of geography or history. And I took geography every day of the week. Not literally. Like I was always going to choose geography. I was never going to choose history. I remember thinking maybe I should because it would look good, and I couldn't bring myself to do it. It's like no, absolutely not. Hydrate, I just did. As you pursue history, the more it becomes political. I mean, history is entirely political, almost. Not entirely. But a lot of the history you get taught is rooted in politics. Or then again, it's rooted in what people call politics. Sometimes when we're talking about something on Discord, people are like, is this political? Like, it's like, well, what's the line between something being political and something being just like factual, like the world? Talking about the situation in Palestine, and people go like, oh, is this political? It's like, no, we're talking about people being like in situations of genocide. I guess it is political, but like we're talking about human rights at the same time. Where's the line? You know, the yapping is itching that one part of my brain that I needed to have stimulated. Brace as heck. I'm like in here going like, oh, if you become a history teacher and become the change you want in the world. I can't become a history teacher because I don't know anything about history. My stats, right? I am high in. Okay, I can never remember which way around it is. I'm high in intelligence, low in wisdom. Or is it the other way around? I have good problem-solving skills. I'm quite logical and mathematical. But I don't really know much about history or things like that. Does that make sense? You can talk about politics without being political. Would I go for a college exchange program? And if yes, where would I go? I'm not in college and I didn't go to college. I don't know where I'd go though. I'm a bit nervous about being far away, but I think the idea of going far away for a temporary amount of time feels more reassuring. Without the UK, we wouldn't have the US. Without the US, we wouldn't have The Sims 2, so we've got to appreciate... Yeah, I mean... The US is terrible in many ways, but they did birth some good things, like The Sims 2. I wanted to learn how the average person lived, what they ate and wore, their stories, their songs. Instead, I get the Glass-Steagall Act of the Great Depression and what it did for banking. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I want to know what they were doing in... I had, like, books as a kid. Like, various sort of... I had an encyclopedia of everything, and then I had these individual books about like science and history and stuff, and I enjoyed those. I enjoyed reading about Egyptians and Romans and all of that. But like, in school it's not the same, because like in the books they tell you the nitty gritty. They go, this is what they ate, this is what they did, this is what they wore, but in school it's like, yeah, so there was this war and then this happened and it wasn't very good for the economy. It's like, I don't care about that. I want to know what they were wearing and what they were yapping about, you know. I devoured those sorts of books. I love them. I love those books. I wish, you know what, I often crave an adult version of them, and the problem I've had is that when I've actually bought books that I thought were going to be like that, I then get annoyed that they're not accurate. I bought one back in January from The Works, which is a UK stationery chain, about psychology, and I bought it, I got home, I went to read it, and I went to the autism page, and I was pissed off because it wasn't correct. That sounds like it's my opinion. It was stereotypical, very stereotypical autism. And it was like, oh fuck, I just bought this book for like £6-7, whatever, which isn't very much, but it's like, well, how can I, if I know the autism page isn't a good representation of what autism is, how am I meant to trust any of the other pages? I can't enjoy this book. That's really annoying. And I suppose the kids' books could have been like that as well, with like the way they're generalizing the Greeks and stuff, but like, I guess that doesn't matter as much as if it's wrong compared to, I don't know. Hi Rebecca, how are you? I used to go through eyewitness books like a moderately warm bite through liquid butter. You're not a funny orange cat IRL? I am. This is my VTuber model. This is the VTuber model. I can't believe that my cat hasn't come in. I thought he would have maybe come in by now. I can believe it, but I thought he would have come in by now. I should play chess on stream. I tell you what, I'm not very good at chess. I am not very good at chess. Ben, now I'm thinking about it, I feel like maybe it was eyewitness books that I've been talking about. Eyewitness books. Yeah, it was eyewitness books. Hold on, I need to. I loved looking at these in the school library as well, like my primary school library. I say it's, yeah, they call it the library. It was like you could borrow books and stuff. They were quite small. Yes. Eyewitness books. This was it. I had a collection of eyewitness books, and I loved them. And I had maybe it might have been Eyewitness. I don't know who it was by. No, I tell you what, it might have been a National Geographic book, like an encyclopedia of the world. Encyclopedia National Geographic. It was very square. It was a very square book. Maybe it wasn't National Geographic. Kids Encyclopedia. I'm hanging in there. What about you? I'm doing okay. It's nice to see you. You've been strip mining at -59 for ages and still no diamond. Is that the optimal place to be strip mining? Can someone confirm or deny? Oh, you know what? It might have been the Scholastic Children's Encyclopedia. Or DK. I remember this book, it was so square. In my head, it was very square. Man, I just want to read, like, I need an adult version. I need an adult version of kids' encyclopedias. Because adult versions are for people who know what they're on about. And while I could read medical literature, I wouldn't know what's going on. Did I ever go to the Scholastic book fairs? I don't think we had that here, but we had something similar. Like we had like it was like a van or something that would pull up and you could climb in the back. Like they opened up doors and you could get in the back. Maybe it was Scholastic? It must have been Scholastic. I don't know. I don't remember. It is the optimal height. I remember when optimal diamond level was 10 to 12. Yes. Caves are more efficient for mining. Show us your headphone dent. I haven't got a headphone dent. Look. I don't have one. No headphone dent for me. Night Wower. I used to be a van. We would climb in the back. Are you sure that was safe? It was like the doors would open and there'd be like steps up. I was like, what if it wasn't a van, it was some sort of temporary building. Single player is boring? Well, I have a Minecraft server. Go on my Minecraft server. The white van? Your current job is a lot? Oh, I think I remember because you were I remember you were moving, Rebecca, weren't you? Because you moved near my friend. Were you moving? Or was that where your job was? I don't remember. I don't remember. They should put pictures on adult books too? Yes. Yes. Graphic novels are goated. I'd like to read... Shit. Someone's gonna know what I'm on about when I start explaining it. It's a book about... I don't know if it's factual to one of the world wars or if it is riffing off of it, but it's a graphic novel where it's depicted with mice. It's called like Mouse or something, like M-A-U-S. I should borrow that off of Alex. Alex had a copy of it. I thought that looked like a good read. Someone here must have read it. Someone here must have read it. I'm not a very good reader. I don't like reading very much. If you think about it, it's weird that book fairs are a thing because capitalism, but they were fun. Yeah. Was it commonplace in American schools to have a library? Like somewhere you could borrow books from, no matter how big or small it was? Oh, it was the jobs were by sea. Would love to move though. Is your server top priority, peace and harmony? Yeah, no griefing or anything like that. Keep inventories on. You know what I'm on about? I think it's called something like Mouse. Yeah, Mouse. I remember looking through... Alex has a copy, and I remember flicking through the pages and being like, oh, this looks like a good read. And I'm not very easy to convince with reading. My cousin loves reading. She reads so much. I hate it when people read. Because it makes me feel bad about how I don't read. I wish I was someone that read. People go like, oh yeah, I spent my Saturday, I was reading. I read a book. I read 3 books on holiday. Motherfucker, shut the fuck up, smartass. 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 Oh, you have an attention span that works. Oh, smartass. All schools have a library. Okay, cool. Ugh. Adults do read. Adults do read. Adults who clearly don't need a mass amount of dopamine read. Or maybe people just get dopamine from reading. I don't. And I would say, like, I think for some people maybe it's a case of attention spans being shot from things like short form media and mobile phones and stuff, but I've never liked reading, really. I mean, as I was just saying, I liked reading my like non-fiction books, but I wouldn't often sit down and read a story. I would read because school made me read. I would read at school. But the only books I can remember intentionally reading, I was also reading at school. But like I intentionally read the first Hunger Games book. I read that really quick. I got through that really quick, like in a matter of days. Second one took me ages. Didn't absorb half of it. Mockingjay gave up. I read The Fault in Our Stars. I read a lot of that at home, but I think I was reading that at school as well. I was a teenager in 2014, is what I'm saying here. I read The Perks... No, I didn't read The Perks of the Wallflower. I read Looking for Alaska. I read a lot of that at school. John Green had the teenagers of the early 2010s by the throat. That man had us all. And I never read Perks of Being a Wallflower, but I know I'd like it. I would have liked it. Our library's not much of a thing over here. It is here. It was for me. I didn't know how common it was because I went to a big primary school. There was like 400 children in my primary school, which for the UK is quite uncommon, I think. And my secondary school was like an average size secondary school. There was libraries in both of them, but I don't know how common it is for... I don't know how common it is. I had no idea. Night, my arm kind of hurts. I hope you have a good sleep. Can I get TTS or translator on this? There's funny symbols here. Reading is prohibited for anyone over 18. I wish I liked reading. I did pick up, I bring books on holiday with me. I bring books with me and I never read them because if I have free time, I'm probably sleeping. Or on my phone. I mean, I went on vacation about a month ago for 5 days and I kept on being like, oh, I should bring my drawing pad down to the lobby and sit and draw for a bit. And I never did because like the time where I had like just time by myself and I wasn't interested in being in the pool or having a nap was kind of few and far between. One time my sister had a nap and I sent off an email for work like an insane person. Which I probably didn't even need to send the email, but I wanted to get it out of my head. Tell us a school story? I accidentally brought the same prom dress as someone else. There was a Facebook group for showing what prom dress you were going to get, so that you wouldn't get the same one as someone else. And despite looking at the pictures again and again and again, and including before I purchased the dress, I had bought the same one as someone else. Because the girl I had got the same dress as, it was like a plain, like a pale pink dress, and there was like a waist embellishment, and I was like, maybe there was gems on the sleeves as well, but she had long dark hair in the photo, and it had like covered a lot of the dress detail. So I took a picture of me wearing the dress, whatever, and I put it on the group, and I was like, here's mine. And it took like maybe like 2 minutes before someone said, that's someone's dress. And the girl who had uploaded her picture of this dress that I had the same one of, on her initial upload, she was like, I don't know if I'm gonna keep it. I'm not sure how I feel about it. So I was like, okay, you gonna return it? She was like, no. So I returned the dress immediately because I had realized before I had got home that that had happened. I posted it so quickly, but it started like a huge argument with all the girls in my school year. Not all of them. A huge argument in the comments of people going like, well, why can't she wear the dress? And people going, you can't wear the same dress as someone else. That's insane. Yeah, it was kind of crazy. And after like a few hours or whatever, I was so upset because it took me ages to find a dress I liked, and I was so upset. And it's a shame because I was really set on wearing pale pink, but I would have looked so good in navy. I would have looked so good in like a different colour than that. Anyway, that's what I wanted and I didn't have it, and I was really sad. But yeah, they were like arguing in the comments, and I'd cried and cried for a few hours, and eventually I'd left a comment being like, I said something like, I returned the dress. I left a semi-snarky comment being like, this wasn't a very adult way of handling it. But like it wasn't that. It was a little bit snarky, but I clearly had the high ground, and loads of people liked my comment. Oh, it was so good. All these people were arguing, and like then I commented, and loads of people liked the comment. I was like, I'm gonna do this in a few hours, but. Oh. And she wore that dress to prom. I think I would have been too embarrassed to. She wore that same dress. But yeah, that's what being mature gets you, is you don't have the embarrassment of having argued with a bunch of people about wearing the same dress as someone else. They literally acted like it was someone's wedding. We're 16. It's like, is it that much of a deal? I don't think it's that big of a deal. I got officially diagnosed today, started watching your videos a few weeks ago, and it's really helped to process everything. ADHD, by the way, congratulations. Congratulations. It's an interesting process to get diagnosed. You'll find for like a good year, if not longer, you'll have moments where you go, oh, that was because of the autism, or oh, that was that all along. It comes to you in like flashes of moments of realization. And if you have imposter syndrome, I promise you it gets better. The imposter syndrome gets better. For a good 6 months after my diagnosis, I was like, what if they've got it wrong? And I still have moments where I'm like, what if they got it wrong? But it gets better. It's good news. I think it's good news. I think, well, maybe for some it's not good news, but I think a lot of people find relief in a diagnosis. At the same time, it's obviously confirmation that how you feel is likely to be similar forever, but having a diagnosis means you can find good ways of handling how you feel and managing it. Yeah, it's incredibly validating. I felt an incredible amount of closure and relief from being diagnosed. I was so anxious about my autism assessment because if I didn't have autism, it was like, well, that's it. Like, I have nothing else that explains this. The ADHD was like hit or miss. If I didn't get diagnosed with ADHD, I would have been all okay with that because like maybe the autism would have explained it. But if I didn't have autism, it was like, well, fuck, what's wrong with me then? Because something's going on something's been going on my whole life, and I think that's it. If it's not that, then what is it? So getting diagnosed was a big relief for me. But yeah. Why can't someone wear the same dress as someone else? Because 16-year-old girls might not be the most logical creatures. But yeah. Most people don't spend their days questioning whether they're autistic. I've heard that too. It's interesting because I have seen people wonder it and then turn out they're not. Not necessarily with autism, but more so with ADHD. I've heard of multiple people, not people I know necessarily, but like, and this is something I tried to address in my videos in terms of things like CPTSD, PTSD, BPD, things that, notably things that oftentimes relate back to trauma. They can appear a bit like how ADHD or autism present, but they so some people will think that they have one and actually have the other, or they'll actually have both. Ellie Neal did a video about it actually. She went for an autism assessment, not autism, sorry. She went for an ADHD assessment and she was told that it was maybe actually just PTSD or related to her PTSD. But yeah, it's prom is at 16 in the UK. Is it 16 everywhere? I thought it was 17 to 18. So in the UK, our secondary education is kind of split into two. So you sort of finish one set of exams and education at 16, and then you move into an additional set of education that lasts until you're 18. A lot of people don't even have a prom at 18. My school did, but for most people, prom is at 16 in the UK. I think in the US they have prom every year, don't they? And they have like homecoming and stuff. America goes all out. America does so much. Yeah, ADHD and autism are genetic things. So if you're someone in your family who has neurodivergent, it's more like if you think you might also be, it's like, well, if other people are, then it kind of helps confirm your point. I have all the symptoms of ADHD, but I'm scared to get a diagnosis. What scares you about a diagnosis? What concerns you about a diagnosis? One thing I have said to people before is that regardless of if you have a label for it or not, that thing is happening and exists. Just because you have a label for it doesn't mean that it's suddenly real. It's always been there. Neurodiversity appears to be genetic. you'll often find that neurodiverse people will have a neurodiverse parent. This may be the most neurodivergent chat on YouTube. It's it often comes up on the Discord. People are like, everyone here is neurodiverse, or everyone here is gay, or everyone here is XYZ. I was on a was I on a Discord stage yesterday? Sometimes I do Discord stages, and it's like what I'm doing here, but there's like only like 10 people show up. It's quite cozy. It's quite sweet. If you're interested in that, join the Discord. But I drew a Venn diagram. Because people always go like, oh, all Owie Brain has viewers are neurodiverse, or all of us are gay, or all of us are furries, or femboys, or blah, 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 blah. And I was like, no, here's the thing, actually. And I drew like a Venn diagram of 3 circles. I was like, here is okay, the Owie Brain Heads viewership. We've got gay and trans people, we've got furries, and we've got neurodiverse people. It's like a 3 Venn diagram crossover. And I was like, this is what people think the Owie Brain Herds viewership is. What it actually is. And then I drew like another circle around that, and I labeled it people who got bullied a little bit in high school. Or like people who got bullied a little bit in school. I think the all-encompassing thing for a lot of Owie Brain Herds enjoyers is that we all probably were a little bit bullied, or felt a little bit left out, or a little bit weird. Maybe that's wrong. I think that's gonna cover like a good amount of people who enjoy my content though, because I feel like what you give out is what you attract, right? So I feel like a lot of people who enjoy me are probably like people who like spend a lot of their time on their computer and might be neurodiverse or gay or different in some way, and probably were a bit awkward and probably got a bit bullied. Like you're probably like if you're here, I wouldn't be surprised if you were at least one of those things. You're not necessarily going to be. There's always going to, because like I don't want to put people into little pigeonholes. I don't want to group or generalize people. But people always say like, oh, there's a load of furries here, or there's a lot of neurodiverse people here, or there's a lot of trans people here. It's like, yeah, I think we flock together because we all have the shared experience of being a little bit different, feeling a little bit left out. I have mixed feelings about labels. I don't like labels. I like my disability labels because I find them helpful to explain to other people why I am different in like a what I wanted to say was like I'm not weird way, but I feel like that's like if I'm not giving off vibes like this because I'm weird, I'm giving vibes off like this because I'm neurodiverse kind of thing. I think I like my neurodiversity labels because of that. I don't like, personally for me, I don't like gender and sexuality labels because I feel like that limits me. I think labels are a funny thing, and when people go like, oh, all Owie Brain has viewers, so many of us here, like, everyone here is gay, or everyone here is trans, or everyone here is neurodiverse, or, it's like, oh, no, because I don't want to make anyone feel like there's something wrong with them if they are not those things, because I don't think that is the case. I think there's a mixed group of people who enjoy what I make, and I think while there is a lot of trans people, or gay people, or neurodiverse people, there's going to be people who are none of those things. But I wouldn't be surprised if all of us got a little bit bullied at some point. I'd give a good I think a good 95%. But then again, maybe that's way too general of a statistic. Everyone, so many people have an experience of being a little bit bullied. That's like me saying, like, if you are an Owie Brain Herds enjoyer, you have skin. I don't know. I have a bit of a weird autism story. I was diagnosed really young, but I was about 4 or 5. I was told I was cured, so I received absolutely zero support after that. What? Did someone try and cure you, Rebecca? Or, like... Did someone do something to make you cured, or did they just sort of decide, like, it had resolved itself? Oh my god, my eye was so itchy. I'm getting a diagnosis for autism in September. I'm 10 right now. Oh my god, you're 10 years old? Oh, I feel like I say too many naughty words for you to be here. I don't know how to feel about it. It's also the summer holiday and I'm going on to 6th year grade, something like that. What should I do? I have mixed feelings about the fact that I was diagnosed so late. I have... So bearing in mind, this person who is asked is 10. And I was diagnosed when I was 22. And I went through my entire school education having quite severe mental health issues and clearly having something wrong with me, but I didn't ever have the label of autism or ADHD. And I have mixed feelings about that. I have mixed feelings about that because I feel like if teachers had known, then I maybe would have been treated more appropriately. I also wonder if I knew, would I have limited myself? Not that knowing makes you do that, but like, would I have times where I struggled to even like be in classes and stuff because I may be so anxious. If people had known I had autism, would they have gone, oh no, we'll just take you out of school, we'll homeschool you? Because I'm so glad that didn't happen. I'm so glad I stayed in school, and I'm so glad despite the problems I had, I kept trying to go to school because eventually these things did resolve themselves. My advice, what I'm trying to say, game night, is that regardless of what labels you do or don't have, don't let that think that means you can or can't do things. Well, you can do anything you want, is what I mean. But like, just because if you are autistic, just because you're autistic, it doesn't mean you are incapable. And in the same vein, people will say, oh, I did this, the excuse for me doing this horrible thing, this unpleasant thing, is because I have autism or ADHD. That's not how it works. Just because, I mean, the important thing is the difference between an explanation and an excuse. If I hurt someone's feelings somehow related to my autism, it would be like, I'm so sorry that I did that to you. The reason this happened is because of my autism, and I'm going to try and find a way to make sure that doesn't happen in future. It would be like, well, I'm autistic and that's how it is, so you got to suck it up. Just because you have an explanation, it doesn't mean it's an excuse to hurt people, or it doesn't mean it's an excuse to not try. So long as you are trying your best, that's all that people can ask from you. Maybe I've yapped on a bit there, but I have a lot of feelings about it. I think an autism label, I'm upset that no one noticed I was autistic. But I'm also glad in a way that I gave everything the go that I did. I don't know. I think it's better nowadays as well. 10 years, like, you know, I was 10 14 years ago. I mean 14 years ago being gay was an insult, and you know, things now are different. Yeah, I guess my message is don't let your labels limit you. Don't let your labels think, well, I'm autistic, so I could never do that. I have ADHD, so that's not possible. Use your labels to give yourself the grace you need for not being able to do things, but don't let them make you think that you can't do things. If everyone else can do something but you really can't do it, give yourself the grace to be like, that's okay. It's because I have something that makes things difficult for me, and then see if you can find ways to manage it well. But like, at the same time, don't let yourself think that you can't do things, you know? It's simultaneously, you were so weird, that makes sense, and I had no idea you were autistic. Oh, it's exactly that. It's exactly that. It's funny, like, some people I would start to be like, oh, I'm getting assessed for autism. Initially, they'd be like, and then over time, they were like, oh yeah, I see it. Like, as soon as you sort of give the people the material to think about it, and for them to process it, they go like, oh, yeah, that makes sense now. Now, once they start looking for it, it's quite interesting. I went to a preschool that specialized in special needs and claimed I was cured once I looked closer to normal. Oh, that is the curse of being female. That is the curse of being female. she makes eye contact because she's kind of socially aware and therefore she can't be autistic. I'm really proud of you for being who you are and talking about your autism. As I've been taking care of my uncle who has Down syndrome, I can realize how hard life can be for some people. Thank you so much. It really means a lot. I think one of the things, talking about Down syndrome, the way that Down syndrome and autism are kind of similar is that people just generalize it so much and they don't realize what these things truthfully are. I've repeatedly had the conversation with people about using the R slur, as in, I don't want to say it, but there is a derogatory term beginning with R used to describe people with learning disabilities. And I have repeatedly had the conversation with people in Discord, and that, no, just because you have autism, you can't really use that word. And I understand people do want to use the word because while that word is used as an insult towards autistic people, and I guess that makes sense as to why you're able to reclaim that word, the R word is descriptive of people with learning disabilities, as in people with intellectual disabilities. And while a lot of people with intellectual disabilities have autism, not everyone with autism has an intellectual disability. So someone with Down syndrome might have autism, but not everyone with autism has Down syndrome. And it's like these are, people don't realize the difference between these things. It's everything. People think autism is the same as having something in terms of like the impact it has on your psychology and your brain and your independence. They think that they are the same things, and it's like, well, that's silly. How have we let that be the case? Why don't people know the difference? Does that make sense? We don't pay enough attention to disabled people and the struggles they have and the uniqueness of them. I think some people will see intellectual disability is not the right word. People see psychological problems that aren't mental illness and assume they're all sort of the same. Like, people see autism and think it's the same as other disabilities, but like, people understand there's a difference between schizophrenia and BPD and depression and stuff, but they don't want to understand the difference between autism and you know what I mean? People just lump it all in one box. I don't know. I could yap so much about autism and ADHD and disability and stuff. It really, aside from it personally affecting me, it really interests me. And I've worked professionally in the field of disability, and it's so you don't realize the uniqueness of the unique struggles people have until you either experience them yourself or you're presented with it. And it's like, it's I used to work with people with visual impairment, or like I worked for a company that had that as a focus. And it's like, well, say you're visually impaired, you're picture this, you're a 32-year-old visually impaired female, and you can't, your range of vision means you really can't make out detail or anything. You can see light, whatever, but you can't see details, and you think you're pregnant. What are you going to do about that? You can't just take a pregnancy test and look at the pregnancy test and know the answer, because you can't see. And like, that's the kind of thing that people want to do privately. So what do you do in that situation? Do you have to have someone read it out for you? Even if you do like a Be My Eyes thing, you ask someone, what do you do in that situation? And it's like, until you think about that, until you have, like, that's not something you randomly think about. That's something a situation has to be introduced to you. The unique struggles people have is so interesting. Like, the struggles disabled people have are so interesting. And it's also things like accessibility. When something becomes accessible for one group of people, it often becomes accessible for more than that group of people. And this is like, I actually made a whole script, a whole video script about this, and then I realised it didn't feel engaging enough, or it was a bit too depressing. But like, in terms of accessibility, so if you picture an automatic door, you're at a supermarket, there's an automatic door. What groups of people do you think benefit from the automatic door? Thank you for the super chat, Bullet. That will take a hot second to pop up. Thank you for the $2. But automatic door at a supermarket, you know, this is a place you have automatic door. Tell me who you think, like, what are the first things that come to mind as to who benefits from an automatic door? Like, I'm asking the class, I'm passing the baton over. Maybe people won't answer me. Maybe you're just listening to me out. Maybe you're playing your games. I don't know. But can someone tell me who they think might benefit from a door that opens for you automatically? It happens the other way around too. Yeah, I was going to touch on that, Rascal. It's in terms of the literal physical sense of things like anti-homeless architecture and stuff like that. In a more generalized sense. Meow. Thank you so much, Bullet. Yeah. Well, yeah. Everybody is the ultimate answer, but it's like people, like, you think of it like doors that open automatically. It's going to be for disabled people. It's what your thoughts. You know, so you think of people who maybe like older people or people who use wheelchairs. But then you don't really think so much about people who are visually impaired and would have to like find a door handle and stuff. And then you don't really think about people who are temporarily disabled, like people who have broken legs or broken arms. And then you realise it's actually also helpful for people who have their hands full because they're carrying shopping bags. And then you realise it's even helpful for mothers pushing pushchairs. And it's like, oh wow, this thing that possibly was designed to be helpful like to disabled people actually is helpful to loads of people, and that's really cool. And it also works the other way around. So for example, like with abortion access, when abortion access is limited, it ultimately limits more than just people seeking abortions. It's like if you debate the rights of a blastocyst or the fetus, I don't know what, embryo, that's the one I'm looking for. If you're debating the rights of an embryo, what does that mean for people who are going through IVF and have frozen embryos? Do people who have IVF, like when you have IVF, they like make like a bunch of embryos and they like discard the extras or keep them frozen or whatever. If you're discussing the rights of a fetus, an embryo, or like whatever, you're discussing at what point the destruction of one is not okay, then that has an impact on more than just people seeking abortions. And on top of that, then it's been proven, people who have miscarriages, they then end up being like miscarriages that they don't want to have, miscarriages that are devastating, and people grieve over this. It's a loss. Those people are then having to be investigated for inducing an abortion. So an already traumatic experience has another layer of trauma to it, because then you're being questioned if you did it yourself. It's terrible. It goes both ways. You make something more accessible, it helps everyone. You make something less accessible, it benefits, it impacts everyone. Trans rights, another one. You limit access. You start policing access to toilets. You say no, only biological females in the women's toilets. And then what happens is that women, biological female people who look a bit masculine, start being threatened. They get discriminated against. And it's like, no, this is And I read there was a news article I saw. There was a lady, she was quite androgynous, so she had like short hair. She was a lesbian, she had short hair, and she'd gone to use a disabled toilet because of a disability she had. And then a staff member in this shop had said, no, don't use that one, which first of all, terrible, because she was disabled, she was using a disabled toilet. And then So this lady tried to walk into the female toilets because she was a woman, and then she was told she couldn't go in that one either because she was kind of, she had a shaved head or whatever. It's just, we just gotta let people exist. We need to stop policing existence. You know? Animations made a video about this. I don't remember what Ellie said in that video. I remember watching that video. I remember she talked about Planned Parenthood, didn't she? Because she had a tumor or a cyst, or she had something she needed to go to Planned Parenthood for, but people haven't got the brain cells to realise just because something deals with reproductive care, it doesn't mean everyone going there is having an abortion. Or it doesn't mean everyone there is, you know, it wouldn't be very hard to just let people exist. Wouldn't it? It wouldn't be very hard. It wouldn't be very hard. That was a long yap. When are we killing Nightbot? Maybe I need to make the messages less frequent. People, you'd be surprised, people aren't subbed. Oh. There are people on my Discord who don't know who I am. They just join and they're like, why are we all here? Oh. Yeah, I mean, it's just, it especially pisses me off. Because a lot of it comes from just a complete disregard of human rights and common sense. A disregard to the idea that, you know, people think that trans people are dangerous. No. Trans people aren't dangerous. Dangerous people are dangerous. It's not like we're... Pisses me off! Planned Parenthood offers all sorts of services, including cancer screenings. Yeah, and yet people are dumb enough to hang around outside protesting. Oh man, I gotta book a fucking smear. I've never had one. They don't offer them in the UK until you're 25, and because I am less than 6 months away from 25, I got a letter being like... That's what they said. That's what the letter did. It was just a picture of that. Do I have a green screen on? No, it's like an automatic background removal. Yeah. Are you considered trans if you have a want for surgery and hormones? Aspiring trans person. Not safe for me to express myself in my country. I can't. I mean, I am not trans, and I know a fair bit about being trans people and transitioning because it's something that really interests me, and I have a lot of people in my life who are. As far as I know, being I would say being trans is one thing and transitioning is a separate thing. Like, you are trans even if you don't transition, right? Have I worded that right? So like, because being trans isn't a choice, right? You are trans. It's like in the same way that you are gay. You don't just choose. People don't choose to be gay. People don't choose to be trans. They do choose to transition. Separate things, right? Women get breast enlargements, and that's a surgery without there being anything trans about it, so it depends on the surgery and reason behind it. Yeah. So, oh, okay, reassessing the initial question. Are you considered trans if you have a want for surgery and hormones? Not every trans person will want to go through all of the transition options, although most probably would want it. We had this discussion on Discord a while ago because I'd said that not all trans people would want something like bottom surgery, but someone had made a point that apparently like once you start HRT, you end up wanting it more. And I was like, I didn't really understand that. And I was trying to read about it, and I'd seen someone made a really interesting point in that there's only so much HRT can do, right? So if you're a trans female, if you're a trans woman, and you take HRT, you're gonna experience things like you're gonna get breast development, and your skin will get softer, and your fat, what's the word? The way your fat sits on your body, the way your fat is on your body moves around, so you get more fat around, like less fat on your belly and more on your hips and stuff like that. Once you experience HRT, once you have HRT, your gender dysphoria shifts because, yeah, this fat distribution, thank you. So like initially, maybe before you transition, you're like, oh, I really don't like how I don't have any breasts, and then you start to have HRT and then you start getting breasts. What can happen apparently is once you have some of your major dysphoria relieved, your dysphoria then starts to focus on the parts that haven't changed. So while people might not initially want bottom surgery, it might turn out once they start HRT that they do want it, because then that becomes a focus. But at the same time, I think a lot of trans people don't have bottom surgery. It's a personal choice. It depends on, and like some surgeries are quite intensive and have very long recovery times and require maintenance. Even if you're cis, you can transition. It's not like it's forbidden or anything. In a sense of like body modification, yes, but very few people are going to want to transition without being trans. Because dysphoria can happen to anyone. Gender affirmation is not just for trans people. Gender affirmation is people who, like women who have, you know, if you have breast cancer and you have your breasts removed, gender affirmation would be if you felt like you wanted breasts again and getting surgery to get breasts again. That's gender affirmation. That is the reinstatement of a feminine body part for your mental well-being. So yeah, like in that sense, the thing that, you know, cis people need gender affirmation as well. A cis person wouldn't go and transition to the other gender because it would probably bring them distress. I think it was it Bend It Like Beckham? It was, or She's the Man, I don't remember which one. The actor, I don't remember which film, but the main actor, the plot of the film was that she pretended to be a boy so she could play on the football team because there wasn't a women's football team. That actor, she ended up, because she was dressed as a boy so much of the time during filming, she basically got gender dysphoria because, yeah, like it's like opposite way around gender dysphoria. Testosterone for men is gender affirming care. Yeah, things like, well, I guess even like, would like finasteride and like hair loss prevention be gender affirming, or is that just I don't know. I've never had a big reason for wanting to transition. It's hard to vocalize why. Obviously there's like social implications to transitioning. If you're in an environment where you fear you would be judged or wouldn't be safe to, that's obviously something that might impact you. Well, it might just be that you are happy in your body as it is. If you're happy as it is, I mean, I don't know. This is the beauty / struggle of the fluidity of gender and gender expression, right? Because what makes someone a gender is a mental thing, isn't it? So like, if you felt most comfortable using she, her, I mean, like, you know, I guess it's like, you could go in circles about it. You could go in circles about it forever. Like, you could want to be feminine but still identify with being non-binary. Or you could be a woman and present masculinely. It's all so fluid, you know. Have I thought of making a gaming channel / streams since you like The Sims 2? I have a second channel, but I don't put much on it. If I had more money / time, I would maybe have like do more highlights videos, but I'm telling you now, I don't earn very much with YouTube, and I don't have time to do the gaming content because my 9 to 5 is my main videos. Oh, YouTube paid me today actually. Let me tell you how much I got paid by AdSense this month. Bearing in mind, I work full time on YouTube, right? My 9 to 5 is YouTube. I work somewhere between like 32 and 40 hours a week on YouTube. Which financially was a bad decision to make, but I'm having a good time. YouTube paid me yesterday £141. Yippee! I mean, I have additional income from that, from things like Patreon and Twitch and stuff, but it's like, damn, that's not very much for someone working full time. But yeah. My family moved to the UAE when I was very young, so it's been a struggle with all this ADHD stuff, trans stuff. Oh, yeah, the UAE is one of those places that, you know, it's just illegal to be gay and stuff, isn't it? AdSense is not stellar. My AdSense is very low. I went to a YouTube event back in April, and the lady I talked to, she was like, yeah, I get £10 for every 1,000 views. Huh? Sometimes I don't even get 70p for every 1,000 views. She's getting £10? She's earning over 10 times the amount I make for every view. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I just got yesterday my monthly payment from YouTube AdSense was £150. This is why creators take sponsorships, and that's why I had a sponsor last video, and why I'm going to have a sponsor next video, because that means legally I can't disclose how much I've been paid by them. But it is much more than AdSense pays me. And it's much more like what I would get from working anywhere else. It is much closer to minimum wage than AdSense is. Pixar didn't happen. She's a fashion creator. She just, like, makes videos about luxury handbags, so it kind of makes sense. Educative channels should earn less. Education channels earn more. The reason I don't earn very much with AdSense, from my smart guesses, educated guesses, is a combination of animation channels don't earn very much anyway, but I think that comes from the fact that a lot of the audience are young people, and advertisers are going to, the advertisers are going to be selling things for young people, which typically aren't very expensive because young people don't have money. Compared to, like, compare me and this handbag lady, right? The lady who makes the handbag videos, she has people who are like in their middle-aged people with money, or like people who want to buy expensive items because it's a luxury handbag content channel, right? So these are people with money. Advertisers are, using information and stuff. They're going to be advertising their more expensive products to these people, compared to me, where my audience is largely 13 to 25, give or take on both sides. The stuff that is going to be advertised to them is going to be cheaper stuff. So that's part of it. The second part of it is that my audience is, as I was saying earlier, likely to be an extension of me, and that spend a lot of time on my PC. Know quite a lot about computers and how they work, learn a lot about the internet and how they work, spend a lot of time on the computer. And a lot of people have adblock, and because they have adblock, it means I don't get as much money. So it's like a double whammy of I'm not earning because my audience is younger, and the same audience then uses an adblock. And people have said to me, like, oh, maybe try and like pivot your content to appeal to an older audience, but like I'm not going to change what I do. I just need to find ways of dealing with it. I need to find alternative income streams, such as sponsors. But if my channel doesn't grow very much, I'm not going to do this forever. So like I try not to think about that. I try to give it like if in a year's time I'm only earning the same amount as I am now, I'm gonna have to like pick up another job or give up. But that's in the future. Right now it's all right. There is you can turn off ad block for specific people, so I've heard. I can't lie, I've never actually used ad block, and people go, have you really never used ad block? And I go, no, I haven't. Which sounds like something a creator would say, or maybe, you know, I've always been interested in YouTube. I've been aware of this is how AdSense and stuff works for a long time. Emma Blackery did a video on it about 10 years ago, and I remember it very well. She sort of went like, look, I'm losing half of my revenue to AdSense, and now I look at my stats and I can see that I'm losing money to people using ad blockers. So I've never used them because it felt like unfair to not be paying creators. Ultimately, as Rebecca says, YouTube Premium pays creators better. And if you are going to use ad block, like if you give a creator like $1, that's more money that they're gonna get from you watching ads. If every person who watched me gave me $1, then watched, like, well, first of all, that's £145,000. That's an insane amount of money. But even a little bit, it's more than AdSense would have given. But so like if you supporting creators by doing things like buying merch or stuff like that, it all adds up. And I'd like to one day I'd like to do things like I'd like to release a coloring book and make more physical things, but that is a big thing and I don't know how to do that. Teehee. Have you considered live streaming robbery? That's awesome. I think I should rob a bank live. But yeah, it's not necessarily that the younger someone is that they're more likely to use adblock, as much as the people who are technologically adept are going to use adblock. Like, your average 15-year-old is going to figure out how to download an adblock faster than your average 35-year-old. Then again, well, they're more likely to get out of the way. Rebecca, you already had YouTube Premium. You didn't have to. Oh, very sweet. Thank you, Rebecca. When's Markiplier gonna rob a bank? Do you know how much money Markiplier has, though? Markiplier literally has stated that he has so much money he doesn't know what to do with it. Markiplier, do you want my PayPal? Do you want my PayPal, Mark? Mark, please give me money. I mean, it's different for like the mega YouTubers. I mean, if you look at
Bet.
Thanks again, Rebecca. If you look at like the typical market rates for sponsorships, right? It's typically people get paid somewhere between like $15 and $30 per every 1,000 views. It doesn't work as easily as that for like an integrated sponsored segment. That's like, if you like look up a calculator, that's the numbers it's going to give you. It varies. So like someone like PewDiePie, if he does like a sponsorship, he does like Opera GX sponsorships, right? And his videos get at least 1 million views, and regularly so. So what's that then? Oh, thank you for the gifted, Mossy. Oh, guys, okay, I didn't mean to sound beggy. You're very sweet. Thank you so much, Blurry. You know Markipliers? I would buy a colouring book. I'm trying to make a channel right now, and I love the way your character is, so I got Ace Sprite, and it's very fun. Oh, I wish you the best of luck. No, but before I forget what I'm saying, PewDiePie gets like 1 million views per video, right? I've got a calculator open right now, and I divide that by 1,000 to get 1,000. I'm dividing it by 1,000 because typically integrated segments are measured by the 1,000, and then that would be, they would pay, let's say he gets $20 per 1,000 views. He's getting paid $20,000 for one Opera GX segment, presumably. like, I don't know that, but he's probably getting paid somewhere in the range of $5,000 to $30,000 per ad segment he does.
For legal reasons, that's a joke. For legal reasons, that's a joke.
That's how the richest YouTubers are very, very rich. Saying that, it makes me think about Jenna Marbles, because she never did ads in her videos. She did have ads on her podcast, but she'd also get millions of views. And so, like, as I said, depending on if it's got mid-rolls or not, I get somewhere between like 70p and £1.20 a video. Say Jenna Marbles gets £1, she got £1.50, she'd not get that, she'd get more. Let's say Jenna Marbles gets like $4, whatever, per every 1,000 views, and she gets 1 million views. So she's getting $4,000 a video. She would have been getting something like between like as a guess, like she would have been earning like 6,000 to 24,000 a month. So that's how she could afford her very nice multi-million-pound house, as well as podcast money. Yeah, it's interesting to think about. The biggest YouTubers are very rich because they do get good money. The smaller creators. I mean, I've seen the numbers that other creators make. I know creators that have my amount of subs and they get way more than I do. It depends on your genre and your niche and all of that. Oh, thank you for the Prime sub, Tomcat. Thank you so much.
Morale.
I like that. Morale. I use my Prime sub because I think it gives you money. It does. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. I feel bad because I genuinely talk about this from like a very literal point of view. I don't mean to be like, please give me money, and that's not what I mean at all. I just think it's interesting to think about. It's interesting to think about. And to look at how it is, because I know I always had questions about how it worked before I got into it, I do wonder if I knew how little the earning potential was, if it would have scared me away from looking at this as a career option, because I knew I really, really, really wanted to try and have my own thing that makes me money. I mean, if it hadn't have been YouTube, I would have maybe found something else eventually. I really wanted a way to work for myself and do that, and YouTube was always one of my dreams, to be able to create things and then have it also like be my livelihood. I think if I'd had known how little the earning was, would I have tried? Would I have kept it going? I mean, I would have kept on going because I love making videos. That's why I've been doing it for so long. But would I have tried as hard to make them so regularly? I really tried to, you know, make videos as often as I could while I was still working. If I knew it wasn't ever going to give me decent money, would I have not tried? I don't know. If I had like somewhere between 500,000 and 1 million subs, I think it would be I think I'd be probably quite safe. And that's what we're working towards now. I want to make good stuff. I want to have a good time. I want to grow as a creator, and have more people see my things, and get to benefit people with what I make, and enjoy myself and be happy, while also being able to not have to, you know, by having it be a viable career. I don't know. Do I have any hobbies outside of YouTube? As a fellow neurodivergent person, I've been fixated on programming for about 6 to 7 years, and I'm currently making a custom social media service for my friends at my school. That's really cool. That's essentially how Facebook started, in a very simplified way. That is really cool. Having a hyperfixation on programming is also very useful because that's a very employable skill, and there are careers doing that. So if you love programming, that's also a very cool thing because you could make money with that. If you have unique ideas, that goes a long way. What do? I play games. I do a lot of games. I'm on my RimWorld. I'm playing a lot of RimWorld recently. I play a lot of Minecraft and The Sims 2, specifically 2. Did I give Sims 3 a try? I have tried The Sims 3. I got it when it came out. It just didn't tick my boxes in the same way. Also, the graphics are ugly. I know people say that Sims 3 is the best. I understand where they're coming from. I think a lot of people who say The Sims 3 are the best haven't tried The Sims 2, but maybe I'm lying. You got jump scared by the Vine Boom. Oh, it makes me shit myself so many times. Yeah, I do that. Sometimes I draw. I mean, the Owie Brainhead stuff started out as a hobby. I've loved making things online. I've loved posting things online. I've done like, I got a vlog camera. I did vlogs. I've animated before, but not very much. I've uploaded like song covers. I've done like speed drawy stuff. I made like machinima style things in The Sims. I would go out. I was 12 years old, and I would go out with my friends, and I'd film them, and I'd make like a edit of it, and I'd have so much fun. I've got some ukuleles and a guitar. Those are my main sort of hobbies. I spend a lot of time gaming, to be honest. I like baking. I would say I like sewing. I have a love-hate relationship with sewing. I am able to repair things and make things. I might be stressed and pissed off while doing it, but I can physically do it. And my favourite genre of games is basically strategy. I play games like The Sims and Stardew Valley as if they are strategy games. I'm very min-maxy. I'm very, I enjoy the grind of getting rich and stuff like that. And if I'm not doing that, I enjoy being creative and making creative things. In Minecraft, like for example, I don't have the grind thing in Minecraft. I don't feel the need to grind in Minecraft, but I like making towns and civilization. And that's why I like RimWorld a lot. I like RimWorld a lot because it's strategy and it has a little bit of a creative flair to it. Didn't like Prison Architect as much. Don't like Prison Architect as much as I like RimWorld. Have I tried Paradox games? I had multiple ex-boyfriends. That sounds weird. It sounds like I'm hoarding men. They were friends with each other when I was in high school. I've had boyfriends who really liked EU4, Europa Universalis 4. I never tried it. It seemed very complicated. It seemed like you had to like play it full time to learn how to play it, and that never interested me. What else has Paradox done? Did Paradox make City Skylines? I need to give City Skylines another go. Because every time I play it, I don't want to learn how to play, and then I get pissed off that I don't know how to play. Oh, welcome in, Bugs on Toast. Wait, I thought you were here earlier. Maybe I'm confusing profile pictures. They did make City Skylines. What else have Paradox made? I feel like I realised another game was by Paradox recently. They made Vampire the Masquerade? I didn't know that. I've got friends who love that game. That's so funny, I didn't know they did that. That's so funny, these games feel so different to each other. What else have they done? Gosh. But yeah. I haven't played Celeste. The thing is, like, anything with a sort of like, platformers and stories and stuff, I don't tend to like them. I have weird things I do like. I like Kingdom Hearts. I say I like it. I had a hyperfixation on it. I think it's a really fucking weird and stupid game, but I like it like a mother loves her ugly son. I like Super Mario Galaxy, but just the first one, because again, I think it was more like a hyperfixation thing from my childhood years. Like generally I don't like platformers, and I don't like storytelling games. I don't want to do a story. What I want to do is I want to be let loose into a game, and I want to create things and strategize. Kingdom Hearts truly is one of the games of all time. It is, if you don't like it, it's so hateable. It's so hateable. It's so mockable. Yeah. Do I like RPGs? As I said, I like Kingdom Hearts, but it's not something I'd usually go for. I wouldn't seek out an RPG. Ever played Skyrim? I've tried Skyrim so many times. I get like 12 hours into Skyrim and I get bored, and then I start it again because I don't remember what happened. I do the whole Fosrodar thing and then I get bored. You go to Whiterun, you don't kill a chicken. Don't kill the chicken. You meet the Jarl and then you get bored. You've seen the Jarl and then you get bored. At least I do. And I have to Google how to play it because I'm stupid. It's like, I don't know how to do this lock combination. I don't know. Oh my god, that was a terrible time for it to crease. It's like, what do you mean my bags are too heavy? I want to carry all of this food I found. What do you mean I can't carry 5 cheese wheels and 25 apples and 40 loaves of bread and armor and this? You know? Oh, you guys really want to bait me into playing Rainworld. One day I'll play it on stream because people would love that. Oh, you asked me if I played Terraria, but the music answers the question. Yes, I like Terraria. I like Terraria. Again, it scratches my brain in the same way that Minecraft does. It's I feel like the achievement of finding things, but also the creative potential. I enjoy making structures. You know what I didn't know? They updated Terraria, and now you can't just cram all your NPCs into one area. They don't like that. They're not all friends with each other. They don't want to be near to each other. What the fuck? I didn't realise that. I made all these bedrooms for the NPCs and then they were like, I don't like being near the Dryad. I'm giving you free accommodation. Stop complaining about living near the Dryad. I don't give a fuck what you think about the Dryad. I've made you a room. Be happy about it. And also the Dryad's really cool. Why don't you like the Dryad? I know her name is Isis. We don't talk about that. Masochism Simulator? Honestly, I don't know enough about Rainworld. I think I confuse the mechanics of Rainworld and Hollow Knight. I don't think I'd enjoy Hollow Knight. Terraria is brutal though. Compared to Minecraft, Terraria will just fucking... Well, then again, I don't know. I don't like to stress in my games. I like to play Minecraft with keep inventory on, and I like to play Terraria on... Is it softcore? Whatever the easiest one is. You know, I love Stardew Valley as well. I love Stardew Valley. Oh, I love Stardew Valley. It's 1:15 in the morning. I can't believe the cat hasn't come in. He's normally in by this point. I can't believe he hasn't come in. Almost always he's in my room at this point, and I really thought that maybe today he would have come in. He hasn't been on stream in ages. I'm taking it personally. You guys should take it personally, I think. I think you should take it personally. I never owned a Wii Fit. I feel like I need to get one to make up for what I lost. I'm expecting a cat to behave. He's quite predictable. So, you know, he has his little routine. What's going to happen is I'm going to end stream, I'm going to get into bed, and he's going to turn up. It's like, oh, you have not turned up like 20 minutes ago? Ugh. Okay, I thought I heard a cat. I am going to go to bed because it's late. It's late. But yeah, it's a bank holiday on Monday. No work on Monday. I might work anyway. Problems with being self-employed. restrained. I'm late. What's happening? I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm going to bed. It's 1:15 in the morning. Thanks for hanging out. It's been nice to yap. Late night yap sesh. What am I gonna do? I probably won't stream again until at least Tuesday. I might stream before that. I don't know. But oh hi, Wero. What fuck, Wero? What time is it for you, dude? Wero, what's the time for you? Is it? Oh, it's 8 AM. Is it 8 AM for you? Okay, it's not too bad. I forget that I'm actually up quite late. It's 1:15 in the morning. I'm used to like streaming at 7 PM and Wero being like, I gotta go to bed. But except for Wero doesn't say that. Wero goes, no, I don't need to go to bed. I don't need to go to bed. It's like, Wero, it's like 1 AM. Yes, okay. It's 2 AM. It's 1:15. It's 1:15 in the morning. 1:15 in the morning. You can do, is it such time? What's my command? I don't know, I can't remember what the time is. Oh, one of those worked. There you go, look, that's the exact time for me. In chat right there. Oh, okay, let's go to bed. Except for if it's not bedtime. As an Australian, this is very epic. Oh, it's gonna be even nice for you. It's like 10 AM for you? Australia time. Yeah, I was right. Oh, I'm so good at this. Okay, actually, let's see if anyone's streaming on Twitch that I can read into. If I don't know them personally, I get too scared to. Yippee! Oh, I wonder if RT Game is still... Not RT Game. RT Game? What I meant was Rex D. Rex D might still be oh my god, he's not. I think his stream was only planned for 2 hours. Been and gone. Yeah, I don't really know. I'm not gonna read because I don't know anyone. I don't know anyone else. I don't know. I'm scared. I'm scared. Rumble Tumble Games mentioned. The Freudian slip. RT game. Mr. Rumble Tumble. Okay. I don't know RT. I don't know him personally. I'd love to have a chat with the man, but I am as much of an enjoyer and a fan as you are. I don't know the dude. I just like his stuff. You know what I love? You know what I fucking love? Other people here must have comfort videos they go back to. The YouTube videos you've watched multiple times and you go back to them. RT Games Stardew Valley series. I've watched the whole thing from front to back so many times. I love it. I love it so much. Oh, love it. Would recommend. Really enjoy it. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm just gonna keep on stalling forever. Thanks for hanging out. My link, there'll be Discord links somewhere on my page if you want to pop into Discord. I try to say hi at least once a day. I have a Minecraft server that I pop in on. Yeah, time to go to bed. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you later. Ba 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 ba.